Hey y'all, how you doing? Uh, it's Christmas Eve. It's December 24th, and it's cold out here. If you're like me, uh, cold weather doesn't agree with you, and it doesn't agree with me. And it's not because of like aching bones or joints or nothing like that. As a matter of fact, I don't usually suffer from those problems. Thank the good Lord for that. But I just don't really like cold weather at all. It really stinks. It's really awful. I'm much more of a person to be sweating rather than, you know, bundling up and everything, But in this kind of weather, that's what we got to do. So, I am inclined to tell you about, of course, like I already said, today is December 24th. It's Christmas Eve, so very Merry Christmas to everybody. This is my message to you all. I do appreciate everything, everything that you have done for me for this channel. It's amazing, really. When we started this year, I had 30 something subscribers. Been doing it a couple of years. Now at the end of this year, I've got over 70. 73 the last time I checked. So it's just like, it's just explosive. Just tremendous growth. I cannot just get over it, really. So I just want to thank you all tremendously from the bottom of my heart. And I mean this. I'm serious about this. I mean it. I just cannot believe the amount of growth this channel has had. And I cannot believe that you all find my videos informative and inspiring, and you want to keep coming back and watching them, and I hope you do. But I want to produce good video content for you all. I don't want to be, you're not going to see me like, oh, here's a video where I'm taking off the trash. I'm hauling my trash off, or I had this for lunch. If you do see me making a video about lunch, it's probably because I'm on vacation or something. It's a pretty amazing lunch, and I wanted to share it with you all. There's something really amazing about the place where I'm eating it at. So, which I do like to travel. And if some of y'all like that, great. If you don't, well, okay. Hey, we all got different likes, okay? We're all different. So, that's just the way it is. Let me give you a little look-see outside here and let you see what's going on, okay? I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. You see that? That terrible, awful, nasty white stuff out there? Look at all that. It's crazy. What the... Sounds like one of my neighbors is enjoying themselves in the snow, I guess. But you know what? When it's cold like this, I feel compelled to do something, to do a cold start. So, let's see, what's the temperature out here? It is, it's 20, it's about 30, 36, 38. Yeah, kind of looks like it, about 36, 38 degrees, maybe 34. Okay, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do a cold start? On my truck here, my D150. Let's see. I haven't started this thing in several days. So, let's See the oil pressure right there. Okay, put it in neutral. Yeah, this thing's a 5-speed manual, so. Ooh. Oh, okay. Well, I see. Looks like I'm going to have to do a little bit of work, doesn't it? So, why don't I do this? All right. Let's do this here. Set up the camera here. I may have to change this battery out. Let's see. Maybe I can get the battery to do something. Let's see. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to pause this for just a minute. I'll be right back. All right, I've got jumper cables hooked up. This was really unexpected. I wasn't expecting this. Although that battery is several years old. So, let's try this again. That battery's really weak, isn't it? Very, very weak. Okay. All right, let's try something else. All right. Let's see. Well, let me pause this again. I'm gonna get another battery to jump off of. Okay, y'all. We're back, and I've got another battery here hooked up. Yeah, I think it's time to change that battery out. That thing is really, yeah, I think it's had its day. So I've got I've got 2 or 3 batteries I can put in there, so it's not that big a deal. So let's give this thing a try again. Okay. You can see my voltage meter's making voltage, or indicating we're making voltage. Okay, we learn here? Well, cold weather really puts the hurt on a weak battery. So, and my jumper cables may not be all that they're cracked up to be. So, let's check out these jumper cables real quick to see if the voltage is getting through. Yeah, I've got two batteries hooked up to one battery. Okay, now I've got some makeshift jumper cables here hooked up. Yeah, these are just kind of makeshift, you know. Alright, so I'm going to disconnect that, eliminate that. Works. So I tested this little monkeyed up business here, and the voltage is getting through these. So that indicates to me that these are pretty good. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I didn't intend for this video to be the least bit informative at all, but it looks like it's somewhat informative. Now, right there, it goes up, come out way. Alright. Now, what is my alternator making for voltage? Back here at the battery. Okay, I'll let you see it for yourself. Yeah. Over 14 volts. So, not too bad. Not too shabby. Now, let me make something really, really clear. You know, for those of you who don't know, you may be thinking, wait a minute, this is a 12 volt system. You're right, it is. But this is also a vehicle that has a high output, that has a 78 amp alternator, and most all vehicles will charge a battery around 13 to 14 volts. So, somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay? So now, next thing I want to check my jumper cables and make sure that they're okay. Because I'm sort of suspecting that these things aren't all that great. So, they're looking pretty rough. And to be brutally honest, I bought like the best things they had, and this is, you know, this is like several years later, and this is what they look like. So, yeah, not a glowing review of like Advanced Auto Parts' jumper cables. So, let's see. Let me set you all up somewhere so I can do this, and I don't make a lot of goofy, silly sparks and all of that sort of nonsense, so you can see what I'm doing. You have a clear picture of what's going on here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, so that battery. Well, I'll tell you what though, there's another way we can check these jumper cables. They're delivering voltage, but I want to check amperage. I want to check resistance. Okay. All right. So let me see. Okay, well, there's the resistance. 0.4, 0.5 is what it got up to. That's on the positive side. If we switch that around to the negative, let's see what it comes up to. Oh, I'm sorry, the glare from the lights there. Oh my God. There's still quite a bit of resistance. So, anyway, you saw that. The amount of resistance, it's still up there quite a bit. It's bouncing around. And I think it's going to continue to bounce around because the truck's running and it's causing that to vibrate. Not so much this, the multimeter, but the cable itself. So, I'm going to let you see. See, I've got my red lead hooked to this negative, and then my black lead hooked to this negative here. It's still bouncing around quite a bit. It's dropped down, but then it comes right back up. So, you see right there. So, something is wrong. I think those cables have got quite a bit of resistance. Alright, so as you can see, all that resistance isn't good for jumper cables. So I think it's time for those things to say bye-bye. Alright, let me shut this off. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it running. I can talk over it. It's not that big a deal. During this time of year, things kind of slow down here because when it gets really, really cold out here, it's really, it makes working out here a little more, not a little bit more, but considerably more difficult. This garage isn't insulated, so therefore it's not heated. The only time it's insulated is when I have on something like this. So you can understand. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. The folks that built this garage, I didn't build this garage. I've done some work on it here and there. But the folks that built this garage, they built it pretty much just to keep their boat in here. And some other junk, and that was pretty much it. They never had any intentions of anybody ever working in here. When I bought this place, this didn't even have electricity in it. So, anyway, So I just wanted to point that out there. That way you're like, hey, how come he isn't putting out any videos right now? Well, it's just flipping cold, and I'm not a cold weather person. Sissy, wuss, whatever you want to call me, no big deal. Okay? Hey, some people like the cold weather, some people don't. I'm not a fan of it. But I just want to say again, I want to say thank you very much, and have a very Merry Christmas, or whatever your holiday is. Have a very merry set of holidays, whatever they may be, whatever your beliefs are. That's fine. Okay? I think it's important that we think of each other. You know, that we think of each other and say, hey, Merry Christmas, or Merry Kwanzaa, or Happy Kwanzaa, or Happy Hanukkah. Okay? So anyway, 2020's not been a very good year. I think most everybody can agree. But you know what? I try to focus on what I do have, not what I don't have. And I think that's what we all should be trying to do. Let's try to focus on what we don't have. Or let's focus on what we do have in life. Yeah, let's really focus on what we do have. We have a way to jumpstart my truck, okay, when it's cold out here. I have coveralls that I can wear when it gets cold out here. I have a coat I can wear when it gets cold out here. The work will slow down, but it won't stop entirely, because sometimes we do have some weather where it's a little bit nicer and the opportunity presents itself where I can get out here and I can do a little bit more. Okay, so that's what I wanted to also point out. And but this right here, with the jumping this off and getting it started and everything, this was kind of just out of the blue. I don't write scripts for none of this out here, okay? And if you look around in the garage, I want to also point out, I don't have like a lot of like specialized anything, okay? I don't have like, there's no mill, there's no lathe out here, there's not a Bridgeport mill out here. I don't even have a drill press. I don't even have a lot of the equipment that some people have. My torch is a propane torch. Okay, so that should probably make it even that much more interesting that I'm getting out here and I'm doing stuff. And that should point out that if I'm getting out here and I'm doing this stuff and I'm thinking of ways to do this stuff and making it happen, then why can't you? Okay, so yes, you may not have a garage at all. You may have just a gravel driveway. Okay, you may have just a carport. But, when the opportunity presents itself, the weather is good, get out there and do something and, make the most of it. Okay, and let's all just try to get through this year and come out on the other side, and so 2021 is not the dumpster fire that some people claim that 2020 is. I'm just glad that me and my family's still alive, well, and doing good and everything. And I hope the best for you all out there, that we're all in this together, and that you all are going to be doing well yourselves. I keep looking up here. I'm trying to look at the temperature gauge on my truck. Let's just go up here and look at it. Okay, it's warmed up. Throttle cable stuck just a little bit. I haven't driven this thing in like almost a week. See if it starts up. But Yes. So again, I want to tell you all Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy uh, Happy Kwanzaa, and all that stuff. So have yourself a great time. Even if you are by yourself, try to make the most of it. Try to make the best of it. And let's all just try to get through what's left of this 2020 and hope that 2021 is going to be tremendously, spectacularly better. Okay. But, the old saying is, it's what you make of it. And I think that's what 2021 is going to be. It's what we're going to make of it. So, all right. All right. So, anyway, thank you very much. And have yourself a great day. And God bless. And if you have any questions about the vehicle, jumping it off, and all of that sort of stuff. Oh, why is the battery back here in the back? Okay, first of all, it's in the back because I want it there and because I can. Simple as that. And trucks usually have a weight problem over the rear axle anyway, so there we go. Okay, so that's where I put the battery. There you go. So, all right, it's cold out here, if you can't tell by my breath. So I'm gonna get out of here. I've got gifts to wrap, and I've got things to do. So I appreciate you watching, and thank you so much. And have yourselves a great day. Have yourselves a great evening.